Hi, everyone. Welcome to our 2021 to 22 general meeting. My name is Tanya Puri. I'm your president for this year, and I'm really excited to introduce the new chapter to you guys. So before we get started, I want to introduce all of our execs, and we'll start off with our vice president.
Hi everyone, my name is Keesha Joshi. I am your Vice President for 2021 to 2022. I am so excited to meet all of you and get to know all of you, and I hope to see you soon in our chapter.
Hey guys, I'm Megan Batti. I'm one of your VPs of Education, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you in person like Keesha, and I'm really looking forward to teaching finance.
Hi, my name is Ahad Samrani. I'm one of the VPs of Education, and I'm really looking forward to working with all the Riddance competitors this year.
Hi, I'm Aska Patel. I am one of your VPs of Education, and I can't wait to get back to in-person competition and just seeing all of your faces in person.
Hi, my name is Ashna Jacob, and I'm also one of your VPs of Education, and I'm really excited to see you guys.
Hi, I'm Keesha Batra. I'm one of your VPs of Communications, and I'm super excited to teach principals this year.
Hey, I'm Samay. I'm also going to be teaching marketing this year, and I'm one of your VP of Comms, and I'm super excited for what DECA has to bring this year.
Hi, my name is Ajaswi. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be serving as one out of your 3 VP of Communications. And all 3 of the VP of Communications have so many ideas on how we can hear your voices so you can have an input on how you learn. So I'm really excited to hear all your ideas.
Hi, my name is Kishi, and I'm one of your BAs or Business Associates for this year. I'm super excited to meet all of you guys and also be teaching principals.
My name is Aditya Makar, and I can't wait to have DECA in person.
Hey, my name's Benai. I'm also one of the BAs for the school year. I can't wait to see the Turner Fenton sweep at competition this year.
Hi, my name is Divya Makar, and I'm the last BA for this year. Something I look forward to is learning new things and working with new people.
All right, so let's begin. So on today's agenda, we're going to be starting with the competitions. So we'll be going over role plays and written events. Next, we're going to be going over what's changing this year, so the new competition and how DECA is going to look. And finally, we're going to be going over the application process so that you guys can apply for our chapter. So looking into timelines, signups, any questions you might have, and finally going over our social media platforms.
All right, so let's get into it. What is DECA? What is this competition? Now, as many of you are aware, this is a business competition, and it has 2 parts to it. We have our oral cases, and then we have the exam. Now, in oral cases, there are 2 separate categories that you can go into. You can either do a team decision-making event in which there are 2 participants, you have 1 case study, you're given 30 minutes to prepare, and then you are required to then present for 15 minutes. Or if you prefer working alone, you can then choose to do an individual event in which you'd have to do 2 case studies. You'd be given 10 minutes to prepare, and then you'd be given 10 minutes to present. Now, next, last kind of but not least, the part of this competition is the exam, which everyone is required to do. You have to do 100 questions. The score is averaged for if you decide to do a team, your score is averaged between you and your partner. And then for individual, it's just your score. It's also in terms of clusters. Each cluster has its own exam. And there are career cluster-specific questions. So yeah, that is a little brief overview of this competition.
So once you're in, what does DECA look like for you? So ultimately, your chapter experience will be dependent on what cluster you're in. The cluster you're in is really just based upon general categories. So there's business management, where there's administrative sort of work. There's entrepreneurship, where it's as if you were running your own business. Finance, which has a lot to do with numbers and math. Hospitality and tourism, which has a lot to do with service industry and one-on-one interaction with customers. Marketing, which is exactly what it sounds like. It has a lot to do with selling your product, advertising your product, and everything around that. And last but not leastly, there's also principles, which has to do with just a general overview of all of these clusters, but it is grade 9 specific. So within these clusters, there's different events as well that you can participate in. And these different events can help you cater to your needs and your likes and dislikes. So ultimately, the different the different event you participate in can be made, and this includes accounting, entrepreneurship, hotel management, restaurant management, retail, sports, and so much more. So ultimately, you can find something that interests you in both the business world and outside the business world as well.
Aside from roleplay, you can choose to participate in a written event. If you prefer to prepare beforehand, this might be the best option for you. So what are written events? Being a written competitor consists of completing a 100-question multiple-choice exam, a 10 or 20-page business plan for which you will have months to construct, as well as a 15-minute presentation about your business plan and its various aspects. You can choose to participate as an individual or with a team of up to 2 other members. If you are somebody who likes to know what they're going to be presenting, like preparing beforehand, and love to showcase your business acumen in a creative and professional way, I think that a written event could be an amazing option for you.
Okay, so now we're going to be getting into some of the changes this year, and the 2021 to 22 chapter is going to look a little different, but I personally have a positive outlook on this, and I'm really excited to see what we have in store. So as some of you may or may not know, there have been sanctions placed across against DECA Ontario. So we have been penalized by DECA Inc. for a late payment. This happened on the university end of DECA, but the entire province has been temporarily barred from competing internationally, meaning that we won't get to compete at ICDC. However, on a chapter basis, what's staying the same is that we are still participating in a business case competition. And the only effect this really has on us is we have more opportunities to win here at Turner Fenton DECA. So the location or who's hosting this competition is going to be North Park Secondary School here in Brampton. For those of you who've competed in DECA before or DECA Junior, you guys know that they have been the host of regionals for so many years, which means that they're well-versed in how to handle and how to host a business competition. So you're not really going to notice much of a difference in the way competition is held. And that's a really good thing for our chapter because we've already dealt with so many changes this past year. At least competition will be about the same. The only thing that's changing really is the naming of these competitions. So instead of regionals and provincials, we're going to have stages. And these stages are going to be divided into 1 and 2. So stage 1 right now is planned to be in December, and it's going to be a virtual competition. This is just because we know we have so many students who are doing online right now, and in order to accommodate them and make competing against them much easier, we're going to have a virtual competition where you guys will be uploading video cases and doing online exams. There's going to be more than 1,000 competitors from 10 different schools. And keep in mind, this number is actually a low ball. So 1,000 is going to be the minimum number of competitors, meaning that we will have more than that. And the competitive edge and competitive spirit, which we usually get from DECA, is still going to very much be there. And if anything, it's going to be even more fun because we know that GTA has some of the top chapters, and we're going up against one another in this brand new competition that's going to be amazing and super exciting. And so stage 2 is planned to be in person in April. And this is something that our chapter must qualify for. So just as you would at regionals, you have to compete to get a spot at provincials. In stage 1, you're going to be competing to get a spot in stage 2. And this is going to be during April when hopefully COVID restrictions are lower and COVID case counts are also lower. So this might be safer. And it's going to be super exciting to return in person after being 2 years online. And so some major takeaways that we really want you guys to get from this is that this competition can be looked at from multiple different angles. For our grades 9 to 11, I know you guys can look at this year as a year to compete to learn and compete to practice. But I know for us grade 12s, and honestly, this should be for the rest of the chapter, this is our year to compete to win. Some of us have over 3+ years of DECA experience, which means we can use all our skills and all our practice towards this new competition and show them what Turner Fenton DECA has got. I know that we are one of the top chapters in the PO region, which is why I'm super excited to bring all of you guys along with us for this new journey, because I feel like we're going to sweep and we're going to bring home gold and we're going to have an amazing time. And so whatever angle you want to look at this competition from, I really hope you guys are just as positive and just as excited as I am, because this is going to be an amazing year. And we're so excited to have all of you guys join us in this year.
So with that being said, let's talk about the application process and how to apply to become a general member. So for our roleplay event, everyone will be signing up for an entrance exam, which will be a 50-question exam that will be used to assess your knowledge. Now, those who meet our cutoff score will move on to the interview stage where you will do a case study to show us your presentation skills and what you can bring to our table. We try to mimic the real competition as much as possible.
So in terms of the written application process, it is going to be very similar. The only difference is you guys are going to sign up to take the exam and specify that you would like to do written. It's the same exact idea. You're going to have the 50-question exam online, and if you beat the cutoff score, you'll get to join us in our interview process, and if you impress the interviewers, you'll get to join our club.
All right, so you've decided that you want to join the club. And as far as timelines go, when should you really expect to hand in your applications? Well, general signups are due on Tuesday, October the 5th at 5 p.m. The entrance exam is going to be completely virtual this year. It's going to happen on Wednesday, October the 6th at 5. And interview timings are going to be released a day after the entrance exam on Thursday, October 7th in this year, obviously. And interviews will be taking a day after that all the way to Tuesday, October the 12th from 5 to 7 p.m., so right after school.
So in order to apply to join Fenton DECA's chapter, you need to follow through with the application process that we've created for you all. This begins with filling out a Google form. As you can see, it's a bit.ly link right in front of you that basically tells us about yourselves and who you are, what you enjoy. This will include information like whether you want to pursue an event in writtens or orals. This link can also be found in our Instagram bio if you don't want to remember it right here.
While you're at it, make sure to follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at TFSSDECA on Instagram, Twitter, and on our email, we are tfssdeca@gmail.com.
Okay, this brings us to our last slide. Does anyone have any questions? Please feel free to type them in the chat, and we'll answer to the best of our ability.
Thank you so much for joining us in our virtual general meeting. We really hope you guys got all the answers to your questions. If you have any more questions, please feel free to DM or message any of our execs personally or our Instagram account, TFSSDECA, or email us at tfssdeca@gmail.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really look forward to seeing you guys at the entrance process. Thank you.